Hey guys, this video is for our kindergarten through 4th grade team for April week 2. All month long, we are learning the virtue of patience, waiting until later for what you want now. And our memory verse goes, hello. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord. Psalm 27:14. So we skipped week 1 because we had a family service last week. Week 2, we are looking back to the book of Genesis, chapter 25, where we find one of the best examples of what happens when someone is not patient, the story of Esau. After a hunting trip, Esau was exhausted and hungry, and wouldn't you know, his brother Jacob had a pot of stew cooking on the fire. Jacob took advantage of the situation and offered a bowl in exchange for Esau's inheritance. Turns out, Esau couldn't resist. He lost something extremely valuable, all because he was impatient. So our bottom line, when you think you can't wait, think twice. Through the story of Esau, we pray kids will discover why it's important to have patience and wait. We will face moments when we want to rush and take the first choice that comes our way, but that might not be God's best for us. We pray that kids will discover that when they wait, they can experience something even better than they could imagine. What a great thing. I need this lesson in my life for sure. So jumping into our leader guide, we'd love for you to be into your small group area by 8:20 and 10:20. Make sure you've got your leader tag printed, everything ready to go in your area. Don't forget, we do have free coffee and donuts for our volunteers in the garage room. Kids will start to roll in at 8:30 and 10:30. They can play with toys, or this week their coloring page is all about just showing patience to wait. Then your interactivity, you can start at 8:45 and 10:45. You're going to have kids gather in the middle of the room, and you're going to do like a this or that. So you can have them move like the food they pick if they want. And then you'll have them come back to the middle for each choice. So some of our choices, we've got popcorn or pretzels, macaroni and cheese or spaghetti. I'm not going to read the whole list, this or that. And then you're going to close it down by saying, great job. In our Bible story today, we're going to hear about someone who made a choice between two things. So let's go to large group and find out more. At 8:55 and 10:55, you'll head across the hall to large group. When you get back, you can pass out your snack and then gather kids up. Make sure that they know your name, have them introduce themselves to each other, ask for any prayer requests. And then you're going to lead the kids in a little responsive prayer, cueing them to say the phrase, be strong and don't lose hope. So you'll say, dear God, your world tells us to wait for you. And then you're going to tell the kids, be strong and don't lose hope. Lord, please help us be patient. Be strong and don't lose hope. So a little responsive prayer there. Then you're going to go over the memory verse, show the kiddos how to look up the book of Psalms right in the middle of the Bible, chapter 27, verse 14, and then you can practice it with motions a few times. Then if you'd like, we have a fun game this week. So you're going to divide your group into 2 teams, and you're going to put this grill top activity page on one end, and you'll put these burger patties face down on the other end. One set of patties and one grill sorry, I have ink on my fingers, for each team. So you'll put the patties on one side, the grill on the other. Kids will run down, and the first thing they'll do, sorry, I forgot to put out the spatulas. They'll flip, so these are all laid out on the table. They're going to put their spatula under and flip over all the burger patties. Oh, sorry, I'm just kidding. The burger patties are going to be on the grill. Okay, so they'll run down and they'll flip over all the burger patties. Once all the burger patties are flipped over, then they'll run down again one at a time. They'll take one burger at a time and put it on a plate. I'll have plates for you. Sorry, I forgot to get those out. So after they've run down and done a relay, put all the burgers on the plate, then someone will run down and bring the plate back to the group, and the group will try to get these in order to make their memory verse. So a little relay race. First, run down, flip, then put them onto the plate, then bring them back and put them in order. And then they can practice saying the verse again. And you'll close down by saying something like, in our story today, did Esau wait for the Lord? No, he didn't. He lost hope. Esau was so hungry, he gave up his birthright for a bowl of Jacob's stew. Esau was not patient and missed out on a lot of good things. So don't give up what's best for something you want now. Our verse this month shows us that we can be strong and have hope while we're waiting for something. We don't have to do it alone, and we can ask God to help us as we wait. So then if you have one, share a time when it was hard for you to be patient with the kiddos. So and then remind them the bottom line, when you think you can't wait, think twice. God can help us be patient. So then we've got a couple little review activities that you can choose from. You can do all 3 of these if you want. You can pick 1, you can pick 2, whatever you've got time for. The first one is called Think Twice. So you're going to lead kids in a stop action version of charades One at a time, you're going to read a scenario from this Think Twice Scenarios page, and you're going to invite kids to pantomime each situation as you read. Make sure that you read with expression and follow the instructions on the page, and you're going to pause occasionally so kids can pantomime the action. You'll have kids freeze when you say stop and lead the kids to point to their temple with one hand while you say think, and point to the other side of their temple with the other hand when you say twice. And then with the kids frozen in this position, you're going to read the two choices from the scenario of the activity page and guide kids to the wide choice. So for example, you're playing in your room when you notice a delicious, yummy, amazing smell. You stop, run to the kitchen, and see your grown-up taking a pan of your favorite cookies out of the oven. They smell so good and you're really hungry. Your grown-up says you can have one after supper, then walks away. So they can kind of be acting this out. And then you're going to say stop, think, and they'll point to one temple twice. Do you sneak a cookie or go back to playing and wait until after supper to have the cookie? And they're going to pick the best choice. So then I'm not going to read what you can say after, but I'll post it. You guys can read it. The final thing is called Jacob's stew. So in this bag, you're going to have a bunch of lentils. You can show kids what lentils look like and that he was eating lentil soup. And then you're going to kind of play hot potato. They're going to pass this bag around. You can play music from your phone or you can play it from YouTube on the TV if you want. When the music stops, whatever kid has it is going to pull out one of these cards. And after all the cards have been pulled out, I think there's only 4. Yeah, there's only 4. Then the kids are going to put the story cards in order of the story that happened today after they pass around their lentils. And then you can close by saying patience is waiting until later for what you want now. Was Esau patient? No. And because he was impatient, he lost out on a lot of good things and some bad things happened. So when you think you can't wait, stop and think again. Lots of fun activities this week, guys. Thank you so much for serving. I think this is such an important lesson, not only for us, but for our kids. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you for leading a group, teaching these practical lessons and principles that we can learn from the Bible. Thank you guys for leading, and we'll see you on Sunday.